Well, we got a taste of some football action last night with scrimmages taking place. Well, tonight we got a little bit more of that scrimmages taking place all across Northeast Louisiana and even some regular season football action. We start you off in Monroe, the River Oaks Mustangs taking on Briarfield Academy in this one early on. How about this? The Rebels going to swing it out to Zach Lavelle right here. He's going to find some open space and a big pickup right there for the Rebels at that point. And then this time, how about Davis Holt going to find Jack Woodall right here connecting in the end zone for this touchdown right there. Beautiful start for Briarfield Academy. This time, the Rebels going to go with a little onside kicks action, and Woodall not just for catching passes in this one. He's going to recover the onside kick at that point. The Mustang defense, though, going to stand strong, forces the turnover on downs right here, getting a little pressure on the quarterback and forcing the incomplete pass at that point. How about this? Quarterback Andrew Robinson going to make the Rebels miss right here. Beautiful move from him. Then he's going to get pulled down by his face mask, tack on 15 more. This time, he's going to scamper in for the touchdown. I'll tell you what, this game was back and forth all night long in this one. How about some more from the Rebels? They get to the goal, get a goal right here, but Mr. LeJackson, Mika, and Caden Vanderberg combined for the quarterback sack right there, shutting things down right there in a hurry. Then it's Roberts. This time the deep ball to wide receiver Reggie Jackson. Here coming up in just a second. I got ahead of myself just a bit. Here's this pass from Roberts deep down the field to Reggie Jackson for the big time connection. Beautiful connection, beautiful pass, beautiful catch. How about this? Roberts going to finish the drive off with a touchdown run of his own. River Oaks hangs on and gets to win 22-14 over Briarfield Academy. Other MAIS action tonight, Riverfield Academy taking on Greenville St. Joe for their season opener. The Raiders looking to get things off to a hot start, but not an easy task in hand. This is a very talented Greenville St. Joe team. The Raiders defense, though, flying to the ball early on as they're going to get the stop right there, shutting down the run early on. The Fighting Irish, this time going to go with the screen pass. Check out the defense rallying again as Gage Giesbrick and Carter Huff right here shutting this thing down in a hurry. Riverfield Academy forces the punt at this point, but mistakes would happen at this point. They would muff the punt here, as you're going to see. It's going to set Greenfield, well, set them up for a touchdown to follow things up at that point. They take the lead 7-0 at that point in the game. Offense can't get going. The defense is going to stay strong, though, and it's going to start with Andron Miller and Hudson Giesbrick right here. Going to come away with the big stop right there to shut down the little sweep action. The defense, like I said, they did all they could in the situations they were put in, just hanging on tight. The Raiders force a punt once again, trying to find a little momentum. John Cade Ziegler trying to get a spark right here. He's going to find some room. The ball pops loose. The Irish are going to recover, and they're going to take advantage of it. Baker this time going to find Corey Holmes on the screen pass. Here's just a second. He's going to walk into the end zone to give themselves a 14-0 lead at the half. Riverfield Academy just couldn't come back, couldn't get the offense going as they fall in their season opener. 26-7, your final on that one. Other MAIS football scores to pass along to tonight. Prairie View Academy, well, we're going to take you actually to West Washtenaw Union, checking them out in scrimmage action. The Union Parish Farmers early on in this one. Two running teams going at it. How about this right here? The Chiefs going to give it to Mr. Dustin Bow. Is going to find his way up the middle, shakes a few tackers and gets the first down. The Chiefs at the goal line. They go with the quarterback sneak. Devin Ellis falls into the end zone for 6 to give the Chiefs some early confidence this one. Union on the outside. They were thinking a little bit of the same thing. Braxton Patterson, he's going to be stood up at the goal line, but just got just enough push and got enough of the football in for the score for the Farmers. Now we jump ahead to some live action. The Chiefs going to toss to Caleb Carprew right here, right into the teeth of the defensive line, falls forward for the first down before the drive would stall out. Farmers look at the pounce. They give it back to the big man, the fullback Terrence Wallace. He takes this to the house for the touchdown and puts points on the board for Union. Last chance for the Chiefs here. A drop back pass. The ball's going to come loose. A teammate's going to pick it up, and the Arkansas commit Ari Slocum is going to finish the play off with a big TFL to end the scrimmage. Union Parish hangs on and gets to win 8-0, your final there. Let's check out some football action from last night. Well, get back to the scores, I should tell you. Prairie View Academy from MAIS football gets the win over Delta Street, 42-12, your final in that one. Also in action, we see Kennesaw Academy gets a big-time win over Union Christian, 20-6. It would be Tallulah Academy jumping all over Franklin Academy, 66-26. And Claiborne Academy, yeah, no match for Riverdale Riverdale, no match for Claiborne Academy as they get the win 50-6, your final in that one. Let's take a look back at last night's action. Neville and Huntington, just a few clips to show you. Raiders looking to air it out early, check out Julian Juju Burns right here. Check him out. He's just a ball hawk in reverse double coverage, as I like to call it. And comes away with the big INT. Beautiful defensive play from them. This Neville defense looks solid all night long. We're going to jump ahead to the Neville Tigers' second drive of the day as Trey Caston finds some space. He's going to pick up about 6 yards on this carry right here. And then it would be Parker Robinson on the play action, finding Zealand Young on the shallow cross. He's going to bounce off a few defenders, and he's going to find his way into the end zone. So with this Neville offense, a little rusty early in the scrimmage. The defense looks solid. They'll have another chance next week as they take on the Ruston Bearcats at the Bayou Jam. And speaking of those Ruston Bearcats, how about Jared Ball and company taking on Bird in scrimmage action last night? State runners up, trying to get something going. Check out the run game early on. They're going to go with sophomore Dalen Powell. He's going to break a tackle and then breaks off a long run down the sidelines in for the score. We wondered about how this Ruston offensive or Ruston run game would look. Well, last night gave you a little glimpse of just how good they're still going to be. Bearcats back on offense this time is Jeremiah Freeman getting in on the action. Tough run up the middle. He's going to fall in for the score of his own. Then it's David DeMoss getting in on the funnel as well. Takes the handoff and is going to tote the rock all the way to the end zone for another Bearcat score, just breaking tackles. Like I said, this offense, and didn't mention this last night, but Ahmad Hudson didn't even see the field last night as he's just taking a break in that run game, just did whatever they could in this one. Ruston looked good. They'll be in action, as I mentioned earlier, in Bayou Jam against Neville next week. And I'll tell you what, we have some really fun stuff, a really fun week ahead with plenty of softball, some more football, and volleyball is going to be starting up here soon. Don't miss any of the action. We'll catch you right here on The Score.